Hi folks, it's Dr. Hollander here explaining the lesson plan for your social studies lesson plan. So you have a document, it's called the lesson plan format, and it says the Department for Teacher Education underneath it. This is found on Moodle under your assignments and rubric section on Moodle. And so basically what I want to do is just walk through it pretty quickly. It's very similar to the science lesson plan. It's basically the same. The only difference will be that under the objective, including Bloom's taxonomy, you will not include the 6E's because that is not part of a social studies lesson plan. So again, what you're going to do is you're going to give me your name on your lesson plan, the lesson plan topic, the grade level, and the approximate length of that lesson. And again, this is going to be a lesson that I should be observing for your implementation, or a master teacher will be observing of you. Then after that, you're going to state the Louisiana state standards that you will be meeting in this lesson plan, and I've left that address for you. Then under objective, including Bloom's taxonomy, you're going to give me the condition, performance, and criteria. So you're going to tell me precisely what you expect your students to do, how they're going to do it, and how that's going to lead to meeting to a specific objective. If you need help building student learning objectives, let me know. There are a lot of tools out there that can help you develop those. Then you're going to describe how you're going to introduce the lesson. This should include an attention grabber, a statement of purpose, or a real life connection, and then the lesson plan presentation. This is where you're going to thoroughly explain step by step exactly what you are going to do to teach and model this specific objective. And at the end of your lesson plan, I need to see all the content that is mentioned in this. So if you're using a specific YouTube video, you need to give me that link. If you're using maps, if you're using specific documents, if you're using specific books, pictures, whatever it might be, I need to see those at the end of the lesson plan. And then you're going to provide an explanation on your guided practice. This is where the teachers and students practice the objective together. So if it's a maps, learning how to read maps, or learning how to look up a specific population on the computer, whatever it might be, this is where you're going to guide your students through that. Then you're going to describe specifically how the students are going to practice this objective, and there must be evidence of teacher monitoring. I would like for independent practice to be your students doing something. They are welcome to record information on worksheets, but I need them to be doing something, looking things up, critically thinking about something, solving a problem together, coming up with a constitution, whatever it might be that your students are doing, that's what needs to be described thoroughly right here. And then at the end, how you're going to wrap up that lesson under review. Then we get into your national standards. So similar to the science plans, here what you're going to need to do is describe the specific national standards to you. So since this is an elementary education course in social studies, you'll be looking up your specific standards under the document ACEI, which is also posted on Moodle. Then you're going to describe the modifications and accommodations that you need to provide. This must include both academic and cultural modifications based on the students that you are teaching specifically. And then again, you're going to list the specific national standards that you are meeting by creating those accommodations. Then you're going to list all the materials used to teach this lesson. It needs to be specific and include things like if you're using word processing, the Encyclopedia Britannica, PowerPoint, down to specific worksheets, whatever it might be, you need to list those materials here. And then again, you're going to list the national standards you're meeting by using those materials in the ACEI document. Then you're going to describe how you're going to assess and evaluate your students. Similar to the science lesson plan, you must label and describe both formative and summative assessment methods for this course. If you are going to lead a class discussion to see where your students are at, I need to know what type of discussion questions you are going to be using in this lesson plan. Basically, when I read this lesson plan, it should transform me to your classroom so I understand exactly what I think should be happening during this lesson. And then again, you're going to list the national standards that are found in the ACEI document that you are meeting with those assessments. Then you're going to describe your planned adjustments similar to that science lesson plan. So how are you going to adjust lesson if it was proving to be too hard, too easy, you don't have enough time, or you have too much time on your hands after that lesson. And then you need to tell me exactly how you're going to integrate 2 other disciplines in the lesson, and they must be labeled and described. I will count a use of a technology or the use of some sort of online learning database, something like that in here as well. And if you've got questions about what I will count, please email me or send me a message and we will make sure that that is clear. And then again, you're going to list your national standards that you're meeting by integrating those 2 disciplines. And then finally, you're going to give me a list of references in APA format. And you have to list more than just the LouisianaBeliefs.com website, but other resources used as well. If you have any questions about the social studies lesson plan, please email me. And I am happy to set up a time to video chat, talk on the phone, or discuss things over email.